Assalamu alaikum ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode from GME. Now first of all, I would like to thank you very much for the interaction you've made in the previous episode. Your words and comments were literally over the top and they encourage us and me personally to do more and more, so thank you very much for that. Now in the previous episode we talked about the common problems of the Golf 7. And I said to you guys, feel free to comment down below the video the name of the car that you want me to discuss, and you didn't disappoint me at all. Now, I'm sitting behind the wheel of the car that you've commented. We are in the parking lot of the GME workshop. Let's take it inside and talk about it. Let's go. Here it is guys, this car needs no introduction whatsoever. Ladies and gentlemen, the Range Rover Evoque. Now it has a long name, doesn't it? Let's just call it the Evoque. Take a look. Now the Evoque is a compact SUV that had made quite a noise in the SUV world when it started its production back in 2011, and it had gone through two generations, the first one from 2011 till 2018 and the second one from 2018 till present time, and it came with different types of engines, but the most common are the 2-litre and the 2.2-litre diesel engine producing from 150 horsepower till 240 horsepower, and the gasoline engine producing more than 20 horsepower, or 200 horsepower. Now without further ado, let's start discussing the common problems of this car. The first one is not necessarily the most common, but definitely the most dangerous, and this is why we sometimes hear that an Evoque had caught fire in the engine, and the reason is quite bizarrely very simple, but the consequences, however, can cost you an arm and a leg and even your life if you don't pay attention, so be careful you guys. The injectors return pipe are made from a non-flexible material, therefore, if you have work in that area or somewhere near it, without paying attention, without using the right equipment, or without dealing with it in a proper way, you may cause them to crack. When they crack, they may leak. When that leakage meets the high temperature produced by the engine, fire can be caused. So please guys, be safe, be careful and take your cars to good hands. Now let's jump to number 2. Number 2 is gearbox and transmission issues, and the reason or the symptoms of this main problem are the following: a rough gear change from a stationary position when selecting drive mode from being in neutral, or when releasing the foot brake from a stationary position while the car is already on drive mode. These are the symptoms, but the causes, let's start with number 1. Cause number 1 might be due to bad use, as highlighted in the previous video, never put it on drive mode while stopped in traffic. And Number 2 is commonly due to the TCM software programming. It often needs an update or an adaptation. Quick reminder to you guys, the gearbox or transmission oil on a Range Rover Evoque is supposed to be a long life oil, so it's not supposed to be changed at a low mileage. Now let's jump to number 3. Number 3 is the Haldex unit. Every Haldex unit on a Range Rover Evoque should have a maintenance or a service at every 65,000 kilometers. Once surpassing this particular mileage without having a maintenance, your car will start witnessing issues with the off-roading and the all-wheel drive. Now let's go to number 4. Number 4 is the malfunction of the electric parking system, and this always happens while changing the brake pads. The release of the braking calipers is conducted in two only ways. Number 1 is using the scanner, and number 2 is from the inside of the car following a specific order of actions. If you want me guys to show you in a specific video, comment down below and I'll show you how. Now these were the common problems of the Evoque. Thank you very much for supporting. If you have a question, comment down below the video. Don't forget to like and share the video. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.